Well, President Trump blamed Democrats for crime and homelessness in some of the nation's largest cities at a rally in Ohio Thursday night. He specifically went after California and what he calls horrible conditions there.
Nearly half of all the homeless people living in the streets in America happen to live in the state of California. What they are doing to our beautiful California is a disgrace to our country. It's a shame. The world is looking at it. Look at Los Angeles with the tents and the horrible, horrible, disgusting conditions. The conditions in Nancy Pelosi's once great city of San Francisco are deplorable. They're deplorable.
Some very pointed remarks by the president there. Melissa Caen joins us now. She's a political reporter at our San Francisco station, KPIX. Now, Melissa, we heard the president attack the state of California for its homeless population, but break this down for us. How severe of a problem is it in the state? And were the president's remarks accurate?
Well, it's going to upset a number of Californians to hear this, but the president was being accurate, at least based on the most recent data we have. According to a 2018 study by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, 47% of what we call the unsheltered, that's homeless people who live on the street. They're not sheltered or living in temporary housing. Those unsheltered people, 47% do live in California, although to be clear, overall, California only has about 24% of the nation's overall homeless population.
Now, why is it such a disproportionately high population in California? Does it have anything to do with housing costs, for instance?
Well, you're very, very close. Earlier today, I talked with the director of San Francisco's Department on Homelessness, and he's very steeped in all this, and he said there are two factors. First, at the federal level, since 1978, HUD funding has been cut by about 50%, but that's nationwide. What's unique about California is how difficult it is to build here. Between zoning laws and appeals and environmental reviews, it's just incredibly difficult to put up shelters, to put up affordable housing, to put up any housing. And so what we have is a state that's been unable to really deal with that cut in federal funding.
Now, according to the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, there has been a 16% increase in the homeless population for 2019. How is the state combating this issue?
Well, they're throwing every resource possible at this. And of course, our current governor is the former mayor of San Francisco. So he's both familiar with the issue of homelessness and the issue of difficulty building things. And so he is absolutely on top of it. He's employing what you might call a carrot and stick approach. So the carrot is money. The state has plenty of it. We had a huge budget surplus this year. So he's offering lots of money to counties and cities that need to build. And the stick is that he may withhold this money, and cities that don't change their zoning laws, that don't increase the height density, for example, that they're going to permit in various parts, are going to be missing out on millions and millions of dollars in state funding. So the hope is that the combination of those two things will result in some more housing being built and shelters being built in California.
Yeah, well, hopefully that gets more homeless people off the streets and in housing. Certainly an issue that's not going to go away anytime soon. Melissa Caen, thank you so much.